The Colorado River is the lifeline of the West, in the United States and also in Mexico. It's one of the most iconic rivers in the world. It runs through the Grand Canyon, but it also gets into Mexico and creates this wonderful delta. This is the Colorado River coming from the United States, and we're on top of Morelos Dam. That's the state of Arizona in the United States, and that's Mexico. Throughout history, the use of the Colorado River water has always been an issue between the United States and Mexico and between water users. But recently, the two countries have agreed to collaborate.
Recent changes in the agreement between Mexico and the U.S. are important because it establishes a whole new level of cooperation between the two countries for managing the resources of the Colorado River during times of drought and during times of surplus. One of the most important parts of this new agreement is that it dedicates water to the environment, to river flows, and to restoring habitat in the delta.
Water used for agriculture is a big part of the economy here. The Mexicali Valley is one of the driest and hottest places in the world. There's basically no rain here. So all of the farming here depends on irrigation from Colorado River water. All of this area, about 100 years ago, in the 1920s, was a lush forest of cottonwoods and willows, intermixed with marshes and multiple streams of the Colorado River. We see there are many areas that just look barren because of the lack of flows. And with the lack of flows comes too much salts in the soil, and no vegetation can grow there, and no animals can use it. When you think about how green and lush this used to be, it's just astounding to see how lifeless it is today. We're standing at a tower here in the Ciénega Santa Clara that overlooks this landscape. We're in the lower part of the Colorado River Delta in Mexico, and you can see this is a barren area that has been heavily impacted by the changes in the Colorado River Basin. It's a desolate landscape with very little value for wildlife or for people. But over here, you can see in the Ciénega Santa Clara what we can recover with just a little bit of water and protection. Now we are navigating through the marshes of the Ciénega. The Ciénega Santa Clara, it's a wetland of about 40,000 acres of lagoons, cattle marshes, and mudflats. It's agricultural return flow coming from Arizona, from the Yuma region. Originally, it was part of the deliveries to Mexico, but Mexico didn't want this salty water for farming. It was killing the crops. So it was agreed between the United States and Mexico that this water would be directed into the delta and into the sea. And in that process, the water came into this particular spot and accidentally restored the Ciénega Santa Clara. Our guide here is my friend Juan Butron. He is the first person to observe the rebirth of this wetland. At first, they were concerned that maybe it was going to flood everything and damage their fields. But then, yeah, they realized that it was not causing any damage. The vegetation started growing just like 2 or 3 years later. It was all natural regeneration. And in about 10 years, it got like the shape and size that it is right now. For the local communities here around Ciénega, this has become a really important place in their economy in terms of sport fishing and hunting. Also, it's a great stopping and wintering spots for migratory water birds. 300,000 birds every winter that come here to this region.
There are communities along the Colorado River in Mexico that haven't seen water in their river for many decades. A few years ago, as part of the previous agreement, there was a pulse flow in the delta. And the pulse flow is a big volume of water that went all the way from the U.S. border to the Sea of Cortez. It reconnected the river to the sea. And when the water flowed down the Colorado River for the first time in decades, the communities came out in force and had big parties.
San Luis Río Colorado nace exactamente por estar.
The town of San Luis Río Colorado was established here because of the Colorado River. Without the river, there would not be a town here. His name is Enrique Reina Lizárraga. He's the mayor of the town of San Luis Río Colorado, Sonora.
Todas las áreas de la República Mexicana y de muchas partes del mundo.
People from all over the world that have come here and that create this diverse town.
Una actividad importante en materia agrícola.
The river is most important for the economy in the region, especially for the agricultural areas, and he hopes that we can regain that life of the river back for nature itself, but also for the identity of the town of San Luis.